Welcome back, guys, to the VHS podcast. I know it's been a while, but if you guys don't remember, VHS podcast stands for Visuals Hypnotized Society. We talk about all things creative, from film to video to graphic design, anything really art related, visually consuming. All right, that's us. We talk about it. I'm one of your hosts. Can you show? I'm one of your hosts, son.
I'm letting you do the intro. Sorry.
You're judging me over there. All right. I'm Son. This dweeb.
Curtis.
Yeah, he's
no,
Curtis,
not dweeb.
And today we have a pretty good topic for you guys. We're going to be discussing most things. Actually, most things Star Wars. If you look at Curtis's mug, it says it right there. So, Star Wars is always huge. We talked about it a little bit in the podcast before. The last trailer for the Rise of Skywalker just came out, I think a few days ago.
Yep.
And I'm hyped as hell. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I freaking watch every single movie multiple times.
Up on Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like, dude, Star Wars
super
is awesome. So we're not gonna break down the whole trailer because there's other YouTube videos, like millions you can watch of that. But I do want to give my opinions on how it is, our opinions on what it is, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We definitely want to give our predictions, and I have a lot of opinions on this movie.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And especially coming from The Last Jedi to this one.
Right.
So, you know.
And then after Star Wars, we're going to touch a little bit on some recent news with some kind of debate over whether or not the Marvel movies are cinema. Just kind of like stuff we've seen.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. I don't know what.
Stirring the pot.
Stirring the pot. Yeah. But we'll get to that in the second half of this episode. So, shit, my phone just fell. Episode 19. Let's start it off. So we actually just watched the last trailer.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Again.
Amazing.
I watched it before when it first came out, but we watched it again.
That's my third time actually seeing it. I just like to remember
Right.
this.
Dude, I watched that trailer 10 times already. Yeah. But what do you think, Curtis?
I like it, and I'm excited. I think it's promising from the second one because we all know the second one wasn't the greatest, but in the saga, because now it's episode 9. So, I just hope it's good.
Right. Okay. Cool.
and it. I mean, we're having C-3PO come back and R2-D2 come back. Obviously, you're gonna have the Rey and everybody else come back.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see Kylo Ren and fucking Rey just go at it, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really stoked
That's my favorite character. And it's kind of controversial but my favorite character is Kylo Ren throughout this entire new trilogy.
Oh no, I totally agree with you.
Because he's just so. People didn't like Adam Driver. First off, Adam Driver is a good ass actor.
He is. He's great. Yeah, he's very underrated.
In his other films, he's really good. And he actually doesn't even like his performance as Kylo Ren, but I like it. So
I think it's great.
Whatever. Yeah, I think it's great. But anyway, Kylo Ren.
He's too humble.
Yeah, he is. He's such a cool guy. But he does such a great job as Kylo Ren. I feel like conveying that just pure anger and the whole, killing my dad thing, awesome. And then I like his arc in Last Jedi was kind of weird because he almost turned kind of good, but then at the end turned out he became the supreme leader of the First Order.
Yep.
And his whole
that was his plan.
Yeah, totally.
The whole time.
I doubt it, but we'll
he probably came up with his head after he's I see this. I see
so
this.
So he destroys. Anyway, so I'm really excited to see his final development in the last movie with Rey as well. Obviously, you see him going at it in the trailer, unlike that one Ocean Death Star ruined thing, which is really cool. Other things about the trailer that really stood out to me are some of the art design. You got the shot of Rey and Kylo in the destroyed Death Star throne room that Vader and Luke fought in. That was really sick.
Oh, I didn't even notice that detail.
Yeah, and then there's also you remember the throne thing with the spikes coming out? It's a chair.
Oh. Briefly.
Yeah, it's in the trailer.
I just watched it.
Yeah, no, I watched it too many times. That's how I know. And I saw a post about it too. But anyway, the throne that you see where the Emperor is kind of talking over in the trailer. If this is on YouTube.
Oh, that part.
I'll put it
I'm
up.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that throne is actually one of the original illustrations, concept art by Ralph McQuarrie. For the original Emperor's throne and from the original trilogy.
What?
So it's really cool how they brought that back to life. So I'm damn, that's fucking sick.
The details.
Yeah, I know, right?
I love that.
I'm really hoping like this can be good. And on top of that, I forgot to say, C-3PO is supposedly gonna die after what he said. Like he's like taking one last look at my friends. I'm like, that's cool, man. Like I like C-3PO.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be devastated if he died because that would be like a cool, I guess, turning point. But it had to be done right because C-3PO and R2-D2 have been throughout like all
Pretty
of
much,
the movies.
yeah.
Like
They've been
every
there.
single one, they've been there.
They've been there since
So
the jump. So
that's pretty cool. But overall, my opinions, I really hope J.J. Abrams can bring this trilogy to a conclusive end.
in a good way.
In a good way. Yeah, like just
Bring it home.
I'm not yeah, I'm not even looking for like some crazy like expectations plot twist kind of thing. Like I just want it to end in a way where I can be like kind of satisfied. You know, like just have good win over evil. But if you want to subvert that a little bit, that's fine. Because I feel like Rian Johnson, we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I tried to like The Last Jedi, like at first.
He was the one who directed it, right?
Yeah,
the Last
and
Jedi.
wrote it. Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to like it at first. Like there were some cool aspects, definitely. R2-D2's here.
Oh, so sorry.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, definitely some cool aspects from The Last Jedi. But the more I thought about it, the more I think Rian Johnson fucking sucks. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, what was he, like, thinking? I think, I kind of said this yesterday when we were talking before this podcast. I feel like he was trying to pull, like, a Game of Thrones. Like, he was trying to subvert the expectation of the viewers so much to where, like, it kind of just didn't even work anymore. Like Snoke getting smirked, like, which at the beginning I was like, whoa, awesome. But then, like, I thought about it. It would have been nice to know more about him. Like, I don't know, like, see something do anything else.
Yeah, you really didn't get to know him at all. That's what irked me too.
Yeah.
Because I thought he would be a cool, like, more of a villain arc, and I don't know. You just
exactly.
Slice, and he's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. I didn't feel a way about anything, so.
Yeah.
Then now I just feel like he was just a useless character. He was just there.
Exactly. So, yeah, it did shock me when he got killed, and I was like, that's cool, but, like, thinking about it, it just wasn't really worth the shock. And there's other things such as, like, I mean, the whole plot point of The Last Jedi seemed, like, so small, like, compared to, like, The Force Awakens, where they kind of go across the whole galaxy and stuff. And there's a lot more I want to say, but I'm not here to review The Last Jedi. People have already done that. But I'm really hoping JJ can, like, bring it home, you know? Like, come on.
Rooting for you.
And it's already looking good, you know? I mean, obviously there's no plot points in the trailers. That's what they do. But from what I see, I don't know, I trust in J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. I think this one looks, also, I want to kind of say about the visuals, I think it looks really nice. Yeah. Like, it looks very good. I mean, I think, like, this whole, actually, saga with Rey and everybody, I feel like the cinematography and the visual effects have looked really good. And they still have, thankfully, like, still adopted the fact of having special effects as well. Because, like, Star Wars is known for that, you know, having, like, the actual, you know, built models of, like, the characters and stuff like that. So it's always good knowing that they didn't, like, CGI fucking Chewie or something. Yeah, you know? Because then that would make it even worse. Be whack. Yeah. But,
I gotta say, that, all the effects in, like, all Star Wars films always look really good.
Even from, like, fucking episode 4.
Yeah.
You know, till 6 and everything. So, I mean.
Yeah. Like, they all look real. I mean, the people over at Lucasfilm, they know their shit when it comes to this stuff, and it's just like really, really satisfying to watch. I mean, the only real time I can ever think of the CGI being really shit, sorry, that's my phone, is when some of the prequels are pretty bad, but that was good for the time. Yeah. But then the only one I really think was bad was the face of Tarkin and Leia in Rogue One. I don't know if you remember they did that.
Oh,
it's like a full CGI model. Like, you could definitely tell,
because Disney was trying the new facial full CGI, like, human realistic, because they're not here anymore.
Like, I don't want to say it was bad, but you could definitely tell it was CGI. It took me out just a tad bit.
No, it took me out. Like, automatically when I saw Tarkin, right? Yeah. That's his name? Yeah. When I saw him just emerge, I'm like, oh, it just killed me. Yeah. I just see this, like, soft, like, just clay face. I'm like, that is not a human.
No, that's a shame. But other than that, their effects are good. Yeah. So I don't want to dwell on the trailer too much, but let's make a quick prediction. So if you were to predict what's gonna happen, how is it gonna wrap up, what would you say?
I feel like it's gonna be like the same.
Same thing. Good wins over evil.
Good wins over evil.
Okay.
See, and we'll get into this after. But what about you?
As much I know I just said like give me like a concrete ending. My prediction is I would love to see like Rey and Kylo, or like just something, one of them just start a whole new regime of like whole new era of like Jedi, or no Jedi, no dark side, just people using the Force, you know? Because Star Wars has always been
have that kind of character development.
Kind of, because Kylo Ren had this idea, like in The Last Jedi, after they fought, and he was like, "Join me.
Yeah,
we can start an entire new regime. Like, there's no good guys, no bad guys, just us." You know, I feel like he was onto that, and I like that idea where like they just kind of swipe the plate clean and like start from new. But I don't know, based on the whole title, The Rise of Skywalker, I don't think that would actually happen. But that's something I would like to see. But yeah, that's kind of like my prediction. I just want something to be a little different. Good can still win over evil. If I got that ending, I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah.
But if JJ can really push it that extra mile, like, because he played it safe in The Force Awakens, he had to. Disney, kind of, they played it safe for the first Star Wars after like a long time. But now JJ can have his full like potential and like make the shit that he is good at making, because he's a good filmmaker. Like, I'm not gonna doubt that. So I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel, but I think going into having this other saga coming out, do you think that, I'm gonna kind of go into this of, should they stop the sagas and just kind of this is my opinion, but I think like they should maybe focus on more origin type of stories, because there's still a lot of plot holes for like, a lot of other characters that were introduced in the series and in the franchise in general.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I feel like they should kind of maybe lay low for a little bit, and I hope they don't just like. I just feel like now since I know Star Wars has become even more successful because of this new saga, and introducing Solo and like Rogue One and all these other origin films. I just feel like they should maybe focus on one thing rather than doing like two things, because I feel like one suffers and then the other one thrives.
Yeah. Because I actually liked Rogue One and Solo.
Yeah.
Rogue One.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I gave Solo a little flack.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. But they're overall pretty solid movies. I watched them more than I want to watch the new trilogy, like Force Awakens, Last Jedi, just because I kind of got to be in that mood to watch the new trilogy. But I do think you're right. I think after The Rise of Skywalker, they should kind of lay low, like just
let it breathe.
Yeah, let it breathe.
Because like how they did. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
But like just like how they did the prequels, like 1, 2, and 3.
Exactly.
Waited a long time, and then 7, 8, and 9, and it's like, okay, cool. Like,
But I do think that's exactly how they should do it. I don't think that's how they're gonna do it. I don't think they should just jump into a new trilogy right away. And if they were to do that, it definitely shouldn't be about Skywalker anymore. Like, I'm done with Skywalker, and like all those people just start something entirely new. That would just be so dope. Like, the galaxy's huge. You know, there's so much you could do with like other characters, and apart from like Luke, Leia, or like Darth Vader, or like the Emperor. Like, I don't know. I just think there's other options there that they can do. I do like the idea of origin stories though. Yeah.
And we were talking about this yesterday, where I said like they should have, like, you agree with this too. I mean, they should have like a movie, just for example, like dedicated to like the dark side.
Yes.
There's always the good guys.
I know.
Like, and that's where you bring up that point of like they always play it safe. Disney plays it safe, but like, come on. Like, Marvel did it right, because they took that leap of faith with having the good guys actually lost in Infinity War. Yeah. That's why Infinity War is probably going to be, I think it's better than fucking Endgame.
Yeah, same.
Because that, like, Thanos, like, that was just a villain movie. Like, I got to know who Thanos was. He was a fucking badass, wanted to kill everybody, but like, what if I want an origin story on like fucking more of Darth Vader, or like, the Sith, or fucking Darth Maul? Like, that would be a sick ass movie. Like,
totally. I completely agree. I mean, I've read the Darth Vader comics, and they're so fucking sick. Like, he is a straight savage in those comics. If they were to bring that to the screen, which they like kind of did in the end of Rogue One, where he slaughters all the rebels.
Come on, that was like the best scene.
I know.
Like, oh, that's so memorable.
All right, for all you people who watch that scene and think, man, I wish I had more of that Vader stuff, read the Darth Vader comics, because that scene is only like 10% of what that entire comic thing like entails. It's just, it's great. I'm not gonna say it anymore. But anyway, yes, the origin stories of the dark side would be really cool. And I spoke yesterday about Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
If any of you guys played the campaign for Star Wars Battlefront 2, you guys probably know it fucking sucked because like they marketed as what did I say? They marketed as
she was the because they were part of the First Order.
The elite force
yes.
of the Empire.
Yes, the Empire.
Yes, this is how the campaign was so shitty, I just forgot it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they marketed it as like the dark side story, you know, as the elite stormtrooper who goes through and defeats the rebels. And then guess what? You play the campaign and like 5 missions in, or 4 actually, she becomes a rebel. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was so annoyed when that happened. I was like, this campaign is actually worthless now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway, they were so close with Star Wars Battlefront 2 of having like a good dark side story. And then they just like decided to like take their pants off and just shit on the game. I'm getting too
with the good side.
I'm getting heated.
Here's the good side. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they should focus on more origin stories, and even with the video games, we even talk. Well, we can get more into that because we'll talk about the franchise. As a whole,
I think what we're saying with the whole dark side origin story thing, I feel like they're starting to get it because the Mandalorian. Is coming out, and he's a bounty hunter. Bounty hunters aren't good guys.
Nope.
You know, and
maybe it's like their test.
It better. I hope.
You know, because it's like a TV show, so it's not as like. It looks beautiful, by the way.
Yeah,
John Fairview. I don't know how to. Favreau.
I'm really stoked for it because it seems like a gritty, dark kind of story. You know, not really much of the good guys, more like. You know, bounty hunter style. So they kind of get it. I feel like they're getting it.
And I guess you could say he's kind of a what's the word? Not rogue, but
vigilante?
He's a vigilante. Yeah. He's a vigilante. So I definitely am excited to see that story and like who he is or she. I don't know.
I know.
Who could be under the mask?
I have some predictions. But
who do you? Because he looks like
Boba Fett.
I
think it's Boba Fett. Like that's just me. I think it's Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It would be really cool. I mean, dude, it's coming out soon.
Dude.
By the way, we're recording this like at the end of October.
Yeah.
So spoopy.
Wait, I can't do skull. Anyway, yeah, I'm really stoked for that because Boba Fett, if he has anything to do with that, Boba Fett is one of my favorite. He's my favorite bounty hunter. So badass. He's even cooler in the comics. Again, read it.
I've read his comics.
So like. That's really cool. And other origin stories that they could go through after this new trilogy, you know, they got Obi-Wan lined up already.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that movie.
And, dude, that's going to make so much money. And that's going to be so sick.
Ewan McGregor, right? Yeah.
Dude, that guy, who doesn't love that guy?
Yeah. He's a great actor.
He's like, and he's a great actor. He's like, if you ask me, he's like Keanu Reeves status. Like, he's just such a good guy.
He'll probably get to that. Well,
I hope he gets to that.
Yeah, he'll get to that. Because, like, I feel like Keanu, like, really leveled up his like stardom for some reason this past year with the John Wick 3 and then I don't know that clip and then now he's like a meme and then everyone loves Keanu
right Ewan McGregor is gonna be really
I
awesome.
totally forgot they're gonna do that, so that's gonna be their origin, like Star Wars story, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know too many details. I try not to. Okay, here's the thing. I may be a huge Star Wars fan, but I try not to like look too much into like the upcoming things because like I like being shocked. I like being surprised. That's just how I roll. But yeah, they do have plans after this new trilogy. Whether it's going to be good, so far it looks like yes. I just don't. They hope like what did I just say? I hope they don't like over milk the cow. That makes sense. Like they just fucking like.
Wait.
Like I hope they don't like milk it dry. Like I don't want them to fucking
like just the right amount of episodes, just the right amount of story.
Yeah, like don't overdo it.
Not too many characters, and hope they do the story right. Like,
exactly.
Justice.
Like
it looked like the looks of it looks promising. We just heard a whistle.
Yeah, that's
really weird. It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, so I mean, what were you saying? I'm really hyped for the future of Star Wars.
Yeah. They have so I don't know if you saw this, but this was a while back. What was it? D23. They had a list of like what Disney's planning on bringing out. Obviously, they have a lot of Marvel movies planned up, but then also, man, there was a bunch of like Star Wars till 2025.
Damn.
So,
I just want
to hold my thumb. My thumb. I want to hold my tongue.
We can't talk tonight.
God, I know. I just want to hold my tongue and just say, I just don't want them to go into another trilogy like so fast.
Yeah.
That's just my problem. And I feel like this is just my opinion with the whole, from Force Awakens till now, The Rise of Skywalker. I just feel like it's kind of a reboot of 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
I know it's a different story, different characters. I get that, but it just feels, the same. Like she's, finding the Force, and then now she's gonna be going ham, and same thing like what Luke went through. So
I mean, that's probably because like we said, they're playing it safe. Mm-hmm. Trying to connect to like the audiences who like the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm. To have that kind of
new
feel
ones as well. Yeah.
That Star Wars
so that's
feel.
probably, like I said, they're just playing it safe. But I hope with the new ones they just go all at it. There's so much you can do.
Yes.
That's why Star Wars is great. There's so much you can do, and there's so many iconic, like not even just the characters, iconic planets, like side characters that people just love. Like it's the #1 franchise for a reason.
Yeah.
Like make use of all of its assets.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, and speaking of their franchise, like you want to get into just everything else that they've been doing. I mean, like you said, Disney is a huge fucking business corporation.
Number one in entertainment.
Yes, number one in entertainment now. And obviously they've obtained Star Wars for quite some time now. Mm-hmm. So, and they've incorporated Galaxy's Edge as Disneyland, which you have experienced. I have not yet experienced this, so I'm like jealous of Son, and he's been to like everything over there, and he will give his review too. But we'll just get into kind of like more of the details of their franchise, like to the video games, to the toys, and
everything
like
besides the movies.
Yes,
pretty much, because we just talked a whole bunch about that. Mm-hmm. So Star Wars is like everywhere, not just films, like toys, games, other shit. And I recently got a Disney Pass. Hell yeah! And
I hate him, by the way.
I've been spending a lot of time at Galaxy's Edge, and I gotta say, the first time I went, it was awesome. Like the set design is beautiful. Like the whole vibe is Star Warsy. But as I go like repeatedly, I start to have more and more criticisms about it. Like for one, it definitely doesn't feel like truly Star Wars. And I guess I'm being a little nitpicky about that. But to sum it all up, I feel like what Galaxy's Edge is trying to do is trying to like, first off, the city of Batu, I think, it's trying to mimic Mos Eisley. The Mos Eisley.
It looks like Mos Eisley. Yeah,
right,
yeah, it's got that same type of feel.
So, and if you guys remember, Mos Eisley is like the #1 place of villainy and villain. Wait, what did we want to say? I forgot. But it's just bad.
Yeah, it's just a bad place.
It's this like it's criminals. Like it's where people go to fucking deal and smuggle. Like, so that's what they're trying to do with like Galaxy's Edge. But at the same time, they're trying to make it kid friendly.
Yep.
Which is so like contradicting because you see all this rundown like architecture and like the ship is there and like the ride is based on like smuggling, but like at the same time it's trying to be like kid friendly. Like no, dude, like people get like shot just for bumping into each other. Like I went to the cantina, right? And first time in there, really good. The drinks are great, but one thing that threw me off is like the DJ, whatever, that was in the cantina. Yeah. So at the Mos Eisley cantina, it's like those 4 guys.
Yeah.
I forgot their names.
The flutes.
The flute the famous men. Cantina song. I expected that. I expected that. Yeah. And instead they have this like DJ booth with like a droid. Actually, I don't know if you remember Star Tours, but it was the old droid, because now it's C-3PO runs Star Tours.
Yes.
But the old droid.
The OG
one. They reused that old droid for the DJ, which,
really?
Lazy or not, I'm not going to say that, but one thing that pissed me off is just like the droid's overall like body language and voice lines. He sounds like He sounds like something straight out of like Disney Channel, like super cheesy, super lame. Like it just doesn't sound Star Wars. Like he's like doing this. I'm like, that droids don't do that. First of all, and I know I'm being really like nitpicky here, but like it just that threw it off so much for me. It just did not feel like Star Wars. He was like throwing out these stupid one-liners, and I was like, man, like you're just ruining kind of the vibe. And that is kind of like what I see is wrong with Galaxy's Edge, because when you're outside on the streets, it's cool. You see like, stormtroopers, Kylo Ren, Rey, whatever, which is cool, but it gets kind of old. I would love to see just like a bunch of aliens walking around, like just doing normal stuff. And like, hell, I would even love to see aliens like bump into each other and start fighting, because that's what they do in Star Wars. Or in the cantina, just like, they could just stage like an alien bar fight. That'd be so sick. Because like, that just embodies the vibe of like the grittiness of Mos Eisley.
Yeah.
And yeah, and on top of that, when you're waiting in line for Smuggler's Run, the voice lines you hear in like this garage, that they're doing, because it's like a smuggling thing, right? Smuggling center.
Yeah.
It's so cringy, dude. Like that's the only thing I can give to all the voice lines, like of the droids, of like the actors. It's just so cringy. It's like, this is not Star Wars. This is like straight out of like Disney Kids Channel.
Bruh.
It's really bad. I don't know. I love it. Okay, it's the best I can get right now. But everything else, they need to either go all the way like Mos Eisley, or like not. And it's not like Mos Eisley is not kids friendly. Yeah, like fucking Han shot Greedo like in broad daylight in the cantina, but that's okay. It's Star Wars, so it's okay. They should just do that. Go the whole 100%. Instead of trying to half-ass it for these small ass kids. I don't know. That's just me. I could go on for a while, but yeah.
That's what happens when you give it to a, family friendly, enterprise,
Right.
So, I mean,
it's just
give
not
or
like,
take.
it's so close. Galaxy's Edge is so close.
I've yet to experience it, people, so expect my review.
Yeah.
when I go.
Yeah, when he goes, he can contradict, because I know I'm being kind of an asshole here.
No, it's okay.
I know they worked hard
It's your
on
opinion.
Galaxy's Edge. But yeah.
But overall, I mean, it looks really cool from what I've seen, like pictures and videos.
It is.
And people
It's
like experiencing
really
it,
cool.
so.
Like the set design, the everything. Some of the sounds are on point. The doors are all like, it's so sick.
I would love to hear
The
that.
details are really good. All right,
Yeah.
so but let's move on to like, let's say video games, Star Wars video games.
Let's do it. So
There's been a lot.
there's been a lot of Star Wars video games. Since the ones that I remember when I was a kid are the fucking Jedi Master game on the N64 or the Xbox, or the first Xbox is what I played on.
I never played that one.
Oh, dude, that was like OG for me. Because I played it at my friend's house. But going from that, then Battlefront, the Battlefront 2, the OG ones though.
That's what we grew up on.
Yeah, that's what we grew
at
up
least
on.
me. Like
Yeah.
Battlefront 1 and 2 were
Same.
was the game,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
God, that shit was so fun.
It just sucks when they leave you hanging after the second one for like
And then they
the
cancel
longest
the third
time,
one.
and then they cancel the third one, and then they cancel more games, and then now obviously we've had a reboot of Battlefront and then Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Will they make Battlefront 3 in the new age of Battlefront?
Well,
sick.
I'll talk
serious.
about that next time.
Okay.
To satisfy other people who've played other Star Wars games, I know the Old Republic is really popular. Their storyline is apparently really good. I never really got into Star Wars: The Old Republic, but I mean, their trailers are really. Have you seen the trailers for that game? It's like cinematic trailers. I'll show you afterwards. It's
Okay.
fucking- it's really good.
I've yet to see it. No. I don't. Wait. The Old Republic.
Yeah, it was like a PC game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No wonder. Because I was like, I don't think it was on Xbox or.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
And then also, let's
Okay,
fast forward
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna
to
say that
today's
too.
games. EA has like fucked up so hard on like some of these Star Wars games, and yeah, I know, Curtis, you're
Sorry.
you're sad.
Butting it.
I'm sad too. Like, okay,
The microtransactions.
yes, of
the loot
Battlefront 2.
box.
The whole release of Battlefront 2 was a disaster beyond comprehension. And then they actually, did you say yesterday they canceled like a bunch of games?
Yeah. So I mean, throughout the course of like their history of Star Wars games, like every time they would come out with like a new idea, and I think in one of them, I think a lot of, if you guys are listening and you guys are Star Wars fans, you know that I think one of the most anticipated games was 1313, and
yes. Dude.
They actually came out with like trailers for that. They showed it at E3. I think this was back in like 2014, 2015. That game I was actually really hyped about.
Actually, that was earlier than that. That was like 2010, I think.
2010?
Yeah, because
Oh,
2015 is when
I thought it was
Battlefront 1 came out.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. But anyways, yeah, that game looked really good and it looked promising. And it was about the tale of like following a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Again, going to the
Yeah.
bad vigilante like bad side. But I don't know. It's just like they don't want to do that risk. And I think that was at the time when I think Disney bought out LucasArts.
Right, they
Lucasfilms.
canceled like a shit ton
They
of stuff.
canceled a fuck ton of stuff.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. And you know what the worst part is? They didn't even redeem themselves because like they had Battlefront 1, which was fun, the new one. Yeah, I have a lot of hours logged into Battlefront 1, and it was like my favorite game for a long time. It does have its like backdraws, such as like lack of content, but it was still overall a fun game. But then like there was a bunch of other games that were supposed to come out by like I think Respawn had like a game, Star Wars game, and they cut that one.
Yeah.
I remember this whole trailer. They showed a trailer of all these games that were supposed to come out around like 2016. They showed it, or 2015, and then like none of those games came out. It really sucks, except for Battlefront 2, and we all know how that went.
Yeah.
But to play the other side, Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, like today. Is a good ass game. Like you guys, I know people hate it because of like the launch, the microtransactions and everything, but it's actually a good game now. They got a whole bunch of new heroes.
Yep.
Like the gameplay is
And they
good.
still update it. Like
Yes, yeah.
we actually just got the new map on fucking
Capital Supremacy.
Yeah, Capital Supremacy. Yeah.
Felucia.
Yep.
It looks beautiful. Yeah, the people at DICE are doing their hardest to
Yeah.
make this game good, and it's actually working. So I'll give it a second chance if you guys.
Good on you guys. Good on DICE.
For real.
Part of VA, but still.
Still have to find a match half the time, but that's okay.
Man. I
It's
think it's
alright.
because we also play late. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But other games that Fallen Order, I was about to say.
Oh yeah, the new one that's coming out.
Yeah.
This year, right? Is it this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because November.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's
it
coming
is.
up real
okay,
quick.
it's really quick. Really quick. I don't know how I feel about it. So
Well, I mean, why do you feel that way?
it's just I don't know. I don't see the appeal. I don't know why. I just don't feel interested in this one. By the way, when I saw I know it was in like alpha when I saw like the gameplay of like the 11 minutes of like one mission.
Right.
I don't know. And you brought up a great point about the Force Awakens. Oh wait, no, Force Awakens. Wait, the Force
Fallen Order.
No, not Fallen Order.
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Yes, that game.
That's a good game.
They only had 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that one was great. I played it at your house a lot because you played it a lot, and when I played it with you, I thought that was a great game. It just when I compared that to Fallen Order, I don't.
They look completely. The way they move is different.
Yeah, and I just didn't like the way they moved, and you can't like we talked about this
Oh, yeah.
yesterday. You can't slice fucking troopers.
Yeah, you can't cut their
It's
limbs
just like
off.
and it's just like a slice, but no slice and dice of the body.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Yeah, that's super lame. Like, I love chopping people's limbs off in Force Unleashed 2.
Yeah.
Like, that was so fun. And I know that makes you sound like a psychopath, but it's actually fun. And I don't know.
Wait, quick caveat. So wasn't Force Unleashed? Didn't you have a choice of having good or bad?
Yes.
Okay. See? Okay. There you go. Right. Why don't you do that for the fucking movies? Or get to have a bad story. If you could do that in the game.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I gotta say, I mean, the Star Wars games back then were way more ambitious than they are now. Fallen Order, I'm not gonna judge the story because obviously I haven't played it and I haven't really looked that much into it. But I have to say, the animation does feel kind of clunky.
Yeah,
like,
it looks
it's
really
like,
clunky. Yes.
Like, I don't know how. Yeah, that was my
impression.
crappy
Yeah, it was
of
great. I loved
Yeah.
it. Let's do it again. Let's do a replay.
No, I'm good. No,
Editor, replay.
that's gonna be me editing that. All right.
Son, replay it.
Okay,
Oh, sorry.
fine. But yeah, no. So I don't know. I'll get the game because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. But yeah, I'll give you a full review when it comes out.
I'm not getting it.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll let you borrow.
I'll
it
let you.
when
I'll
I'm
let you just do your rant for like 5 minutes. I'll stop you.
done. Okay. But yeah, let's see. Other Star Wars like entities. You got toys, which I'm not really that into. Although Star Wars Legos, I'm still buying that like to this day.
They're always OG.
I collect them. Kinda. They're really expensive now, so I don't really have that much kind of money to like
my
put
God.
into it.
Well, unless you get like the new ones, but like the older ones.
Older ones are really expensive. Some of my old Legos, Star Wars Legos from like '99 or early 2000, they're upwards of worth like $800 now.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Same here. I still have like the was it episode 2, one of the clone
Gunships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fully modeled, and I still have the guy. I'm just like, I'm keeping that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sell it. I
don't
think it's
sell
cool.
it either.
Like it's OG.
It's
you know,
neat to have. I'm a huge Lego guy. So,
but yeah, and also like going to like, I mean, they have TV shows as well. Clone Wars.
Right. Clone Wars, which is an amazing show.
Mm-hmm.
People are actually gonna hate me for this, but I actually haven't seen the entire Clone Wars series.
I got a load of this guy. No, I'm joking. I haven't watched the whole thing either, but
I mean, you watched more than me.
Yeah, I did. But I don't remember a lot of it because I would just watch it whenever it was on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do remember the movie that they had.
Right.
It was on Cartoon.
I did watch the movie.
Yeah, it was
like
on Cartoon
a long time ago.
Cartoon Network.
But
they've had a lot of iterations of the Clone Wars. Like they had a cartoon version and then like the 3D version, and then now they're bringing it back for Disney Plus. Right.
Right. Yeah. People are really stoked about that, and I will watch it.
Okay. Good.
Good. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
It just I couldn't really get into it because of the cartoon and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing, but I'll watch it. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I'll bring my very late review for it later on down the line. Just my general thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think that wraps it up for all the Star Wars? We just went on for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. We'll just kind of quickly talk about in other news.
Yeah. So hold on. We'll take a break real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back, guys. We'll take a quick break. Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. You can.
We're back.
We're back?
Yeah.
Are we back?
We.
I think so.
Yeah.
It seemed like a second.
I know, yeah.
Because, you cut.
The power of editing.
The power of editing.
Okay, so we're going to take like 2 steps away from Star Wars for a sec and go into some recent-ish news.
Mm-hmm.
Want to go for it?
Yep. With Martin Scorsese saying that Marvel movies are not cinema. Mm-hmm. He doesn't even like them at all.
Yeah, I feel like he said this a while ago, but I
followed
the movie set memes, and they're making memes about that like every fucking hour.
Yeah.
And it gets old, but it makes me think, why is it such a big deal, you know? So tell me, you want to say what he said, kind of like just a general overview.
Yeah, so basically he says he wasn't like bashing on it. He wasn't saying like, oh, fuck the Marvel movies. He wasn't saying it like that. He was basically just saying like, he has no interest, and he just feels like he understands that, there is this new age of film, but he just, in his opinion, people, he thinks that it's just not up to par of like what the art of filmmaking and what cinema is. And I mean, you know what? I kind of agree with him in a sense, because we talked about this, about how, looking at the Marvel movies, yes, it is intricate in his own way, because, you put 22 movies of different characters, completely different characters in different worlds, and you bring them all together to avenge.
Yeah,
that
was so bad.
That was so bad.
Okay.
To avenge the Earth and keep it safe from Thanos.
Yeah, essentially keeping 22 movies linked together. Yes. That is a feat within itself. That cannot be ignored. Martin said something that I actually liked, where he kind of referenced the Marvel movies as theme parks. I just spit like over my fucking head.
Ew. Fucking disgusting.
Okay. He referenced the Marvel movies as theme parks. And I like that, because he's actually right. I mean, Marvel movies are like kind of for all audiences. And when I watch them, it's like reading a comic book or going on like a crazy adventure, similar to how like a theme park kind of vibe gives you. Whereas like if you want to watch the Joker, that's not a theme park. You're just kind of like
definitely not
scared
a theme
out
park.
of your mind.
Yeah, so this is actually from a quote that that Martin Scorsese, the one and only Martin Scorsese, said. This is from Collider, and he says, well, look, the point is, in terms of this film, Netflix, theaters, what I'm talking about really are films that are made. Let's say a family wants to go to an amusement park, backing up San's statement. That's a good thing, At themes themes and parks, there's these cinematic expressions. They're a new art form. It's something different from films that are shown normally in theaters. That's all. That's all he's saying, you know? So, I mean, you know what? I agree with him because, Marvel, no matter how great like these actors are putting, it's awesome. It's like I don't want to seem like I'm bashing either. But I just feel like, he's actually got a point, to be honest. Going to say like, it is an attraction to see,
Yeah, exactly. I like that. Attraction.
That actually makes sense because, when we were talking, I'm thinking back to when we were talking about leading up to Endgame, giving our review, and we said that it was like a cinematic moment.
Mm-hmm.
It was, but I think the way he said it, it was more of the theme of it and that amusement park of going to see it because everyone's going to see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's going to go and experience it.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. Yeah, when you look at the Marvel movies as that, you can't really describe it as cinema. This goes into like a whole bigger discussion on what the word cinematic actually means. Mm-hmm. But according to Martin, apparently it's a story that conveys emotion and like a change of character, in which what the Marvel movies do, but not in like the sense, I guess, that he's meaning. Like, let's just compare Joker with like Marvel movies. Obviously, two very different films. Many would probably say that Joker is more of a cinematic experience,
Yes. And they're both from, actually, that's funny that you say that because they're both from like the comic book realm.
Exactly.
But one did it like, I think that's definitely what cinema is. Like, that's the art form.
It's a perfect example.
Yeah.
I would definitely say Joker is a cinema, like,
I think achievement.
Yeah,
honestly,
exactly.
Like, yeah.
Whereas Marvel movies is like just kind of a grand, attraction, like how he says.
And
what I'm thinking is, like the way I feel like Martin sees this is like, because the Marvel movies are for everyone. They're for like little kids and adults. Whereas like I'm gonna keep bringing up Joker as an example. That's not for everyone. That's not for kids. That's not even for like adults who are very like weak-minded. Mm-hmm. That's for like people, a specific type of people. And like when you can make a film directly aimed at like one person, there's so much more you can put into it. Like, you don't have to tiptoe around things because you can just like throw all the craziness into the film meant for like crazy people. Not that the Joker's meant for crazy people, but meant for that kind of person, Yeah. Whereas Marvel movies, they got to be careful. They can't say certain things. Like, they can't make it rated R.
Definitely more reserved.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Marvel is technically under with, we got to still give praise to, like, the Wolverine movie.
Right.
That was rated R, and that was actually, like, something that was great for Hugh Jackman to do.
But here's the thing. I see Logan as a cinematic experience. I don't, like, I know, okay.
You mean Deadpool?
That's the thing. Deadpool, not as much. That's more of a comedy.
Yeah. And
I don't see comedy as a cinema. They're just like their own thing. I don't watch comedies, but I did like Deadpool, but I don't really see it as like a cinematic art piece. It's just a comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Logan, on the other hand, that was gritty. That was meant for a specific audience, So that might be a contradiction for Martin, because he said, did he say all Marvel movies? I'm assuming he's referring to like the whole 22 films.
Probably the whole Infinity Saga.
Stone. Yeah.
Infinity Saga. And I mean, we can even get into this about, Star Wars and like other franchises that have kind of traction.
Here's the thing that kind of disproves what I just said, how Marvel is for everyone, and that therefore that makes it a theme park. Star Wars is also for everyone. Like, kids, adults. Star Wars is #1 franchise. Like, everyone can enjoy it. But why do I feel like Star Wars is way more cinematic than like Marvel movies? Like,
I'll answer your question, because then it goes back to before Disney. They like George Lucas like was a filmmaker, and he actually said, but sci-fi can be cinema too. Mm-hmm. So, but he created just this world, being that is Star Wars, and now obviously I think it's just kind of turned into the money grab.
Right. So you're saying it has ties to like the golden age of cinema.
Does.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Going back from, when did it come out? The late
72.
72.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So yeah, I mean, at the time that was a pioneer
Yeah.
in like cinema. That was a cinematic history moment right there.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess you're right about that. I mean, even the new Star Wars films, yeah, they're kind of like not as good as I would hope. They look really good. Like I don't know, maybe it's just me with like space and stuff. Well, I don't know, not even space, but like everything just looks so good. Like Rogue One looked beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Despite what people say about the story, I liked it. And like even Han Solo looked beautiful. Like everyone just looked so good to me.
It looks good.
I gotta say, some of the editing was kind of janky on The Last Jedi, but that's just like, it's just small parts. Overall, it looked great. The trailers look beautiful. You can snapshot any moment, and it's like a screensaver.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, yes, Star Wars, even though it's now like probably what you said, probably one of the biggest franchises around, it is an attraction, but at the same time, it has that cinematic history,
Yeah.
coming back from the beginning. So I think they've achieved a lot. I think it's great. But I mean, I still think it is kind of an attraction nowadays because I think now it's sold to Disney, and I just feel like Disney Studios that's where they're that's the attraction.
Yeah, I mean,
I
quite
think that's
literally,
what he was trying to say.
it is a theme park.
Yeah.
With Galaxy's Edge, it's right in the face.
Yes. And getting into more of like Disney stuff, like I don't know if you guys know this, but Pirates of the Caribbean is being rebooted.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know if they're going to be doing an entirely different story with the same title, Pirates of the Caribbean, like the franchise of itself. Please to God, the writer of Chernobyl, which is the series on it was like the HBO, yeah, but it was like a 4-episode miniseries or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 4, but I hear it's good.
It's supposed to be really good, and I have yet to watch it. But anyways, so I just hope they do not bring back Jack Sparrow as somebody else. Like,
yeah, why would they do that?
Johnny Depp, I'm not even ready. No one asked for this. No one asked for this.
Dude,
I don't
exactly.
know, man.
Nobody requested it. Johnny Depp, I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but he did good as Jack Sparrow.
He will. I cannot see anybody else. And same with Iron Man. I don't see anybody else doing like Robert Downey Jr. being somebody else being Iron Man. I don't see anybody else doing Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Like, just don't even try it. Bring me a new fucking character. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I like, we're talking more about franchises now,
Yeah.
but I actually like the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. I mean, 1 through 3, I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. Same.
2 was just whatever. I mean, they're all good though.
Yeah.
I like them. 1, obviously the best. 4 is where I lost it. 5 is when I just didn't watch it.
No.
Yeah.
Don't watch it. I watched it for you, and it was really bad.
Okay. Thank you.
Like, it's just like repeat.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, if they make a new Pirates of the Caribbean, make it something different. Like, we just said this with Star Wars. Make something new, for Christ's sake. Like, okay, I'm giving you an excuse. You can still use the Star Wars or Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever.
The name, yeah.
Make it different.
Yeah, make it different.
Stop. Abandon the old characters. Bring in new ones.
Or... No, never mind. I'm not going to give that idea out. No.
Oh,
not going to say it.
What is it? Okay. Now you got to say it.
Like an origin story of Jack Sparrow. Like,
actually, yeah. That would be okay.
I mean, he is still... I mean, his past, but you don't... Whatever. You didn't experience it. Whatever.
I'm not going to watch it.
Whatever. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't watch it either. Fuck it. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about Marvel movies being... Are they cinema? Are they not? I know we're in this new age of sequel, prequels, reboots, remakes, whatever. And
it's like nonstop.
It's just how it is. But I mean, there are still promising filmmakers out there with, obviously Todd Phillips coming out with The Joker. A24 is like killing it with all their new content that they have, and like they're just basically being an awesome indie studio.
Yeah.
And bringing these original stories to life. And we have the likes of like Jordan Peele and just other great, filmmakers and writers and just visionaries in general.
Yeah. I think the problem is that
even Matrix 4, come on, people.
I know.
God damn it. Keanu, I love you. Okay? It's just, it irks me sometimes. Like when they I swear to God, if anybody does a Back to the Future, I'm throwing hands. I'm going to I don't care. I'm going to Universal Studios. I'm going to be like, what in the fuck? No.
Like right after the studio exec. Boom.
Yeah. Who greenlit this? Who is the person responsible? Like,
Yeah, okay, I agree. There's way too many like reboots happening. Matrix 4, I'm only gonna watch for Keanu because I love him so much.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
know.
why are they doing that? And same with like Indiana Jones.
You don't need
I know, yeah.
Don't bring it back.
I know.
All right.
It's same with like Indiana Jones. They're remaking that.
Yeah.
Well,
they're
actually
no. They're like adding. It's like a 5th movie.
right. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
They're bringing it back. I don't know who.
Stop.
Like Harrison Ford, man, you're good. Like you don't need to do this anymore.
I know. You're in your 70s.
Yeah.
Sure.
Also, you probably have a shit ton of money. Why are you doing this?
I know. I know. Come on, man. Just
Yeah.
cash grab.
I don't know. Like, I just feel like that's just not necessary. But at the same time, people are gonna watch it, and also at the same time,
We're suckers too.
yeah, there's a lot of like original movies that came out that didn't do that well, such as Gemini Man. Although I think that was based on a book.
Oh,
Don't quote me
Jesus.
on that. I heard that
No,
movie
I think
sucked.
it was. Yeah. They were saying, oh, it was filmed in like a different frame rate.
120 frames per
120
second.
frames per second.
And which is like, if you want to pull a Hobbit.
Yeah,
like,
this is going back to the fucking Hobbit. No,
I hate
40
those movies.
Why did he choose? Wasn't it 40 frames per second?
Either 48 or
40
60. I forget.
48.
I don't know why. And on top of that, the visual effects of that film are shit. But that's not the point. They just need to. I don't know why they shot. I mean, okay. Some people I think liked it. I'm trying not to get over the rails here.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was shot like that. I know they still have 24 frames per second viewings, or that's in most theaters. It's 24 frames. I heard some of the effects were just okay. Overall story was just like not there. But like, I didn't watch it. I don't want to make these assumptions. I don't want people to hate me for criticizing a film I haven't watched.
Yeah. And if you guys want to see like a little bit of like a breakdown of the VFX and stuff like that and like how they did Will Smith stuff, go check out like Quarter. I'm shouting out Quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Because I saw the VFX artists react and they reacted to that movie. They said it was like, they said the action sequence, in their opinion, they said that the action sequence were like actually pretty cool and well achieved. But I just think the second younger Will Smith was not.
Oh,
great.
yeah.
It was
yeah.
like, they kind of.
I remember them. I watched that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they talked about how like the fibers in their faces, it's kind of cool. They kind of like teach you as well.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
So
Dude,
cool.
I love that channel.
Yeah.
Dude,
Shout out
they're
Corridor,
fucking
man.
awesome. Anyway.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, if you guys, we'll just link it down below. But yeah, I mean,
It's
we're going
an
off
original
a
story.
Yeah.
Gemini Man is an original story based off a book, and it didn't do well. Maybe that's why the studios are hesitant.
Sorry, they didn't make they lost money actually.
I know, yeah, actually, yeah.
Even being like Will Smith.
I know,
Man.
and young Will Smith.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, he's been popping like on social media, you know.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what happened there. It must have been that bad, you know.
But I mean, when you first saw, excuse me, I'm so sorry. When you first saw the trailer, did you have
No,
any
I
interest?
have a desire to see it.
I know. I don't know why it didn't pull me in.
Yeah,
I thought
something about it just didn't.
I mean, I like Will Smith as a person and an actor.
He's cool.
He's a cool guy. I mean, he's not like the greatest of actors, but I mean, like he's got pretty good roles and he's done a lot of great roles. But I don't know. I just for some reason this one didn't really seem that great, and I feel bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
like, it's just one of those things where it's like a hit or miss. So
I don't know. It's hard to make good movies. Okay, that's like the biggest
When it comes down to it,
true
yeah.
statement ever. It's so hard to make a good film. So when it does happen, people point to that and be like, "Why can't all films be like that?" But it's not. That's not how it works.
Yep.
So with all these reboots and stuff, like it's the filmmaking industry is a business.
Yep.
Obviously,
When it comes down to it,
they got to make money, and it's just finding that balance of making money while also making us happy.
yeah.
Like, you know.
I don't know, man.
It's tough. I feel like this goes into a bigger debate about like movie watchers as a whole. Like whether you're a passive watcher, you're
Casual
super
watcher.
intense.
Yeah.
Like you really want to get into it. Kind of like I don't know. Because there's
The
people out
movie
there.
buffs,
Yeah,
you know?
there's people out there who love Transformers series, and they're gonna go to hell. But you know what? It's okay. Like
okay, come on.
Okay.
Can you at least admit the first one was decent?
fine. The first one. was good.
And the VFX were actually pretty decent.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
they were good. Okay, the first one I
was gonna
liked.
say.
I'll say that. The first one I liked.
Come on.
I don't want to go into that debate about movie watchers because it's a long one. Hell, that could be a topic That could be a topic for like the next thing movie.
Hey,
watch.
let us know.
Yeah,
Jesus
seriously.
Christ, somebody.
I know.
All right. Well, I mean, we could go off on a tangent, but we've actually run out of a lot of time, guys. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode about Star Wars and getting into franchises and, you know, wondering if Marvel movies are cinematic or not. And let us know in the comments and on our Instagram, which you can follow at the VHS Podcast. You know what? I'm just going to save you guys time. You want to follow me and Son. All the links are in the description. Anywhere. Like, you're listening on Spotify, you're listening on Apple Music. Anywhere. Thank you.
Yeah.
And consider subscribing as well, because that helps us, man.
Seriously.
If you really want more of the content, just keep subscribing.
Yeah, it gives us motivation.
Gives us motivation. And review it. Give us some stars. Let us know. Spotify, you can't do that. That's okay, though. It's cool. But, you know. Yeah, Apple Podcasts. Thank you all for listening. God, that was horrible. This is a horrible outro.
We're good.
No, but and also thank you to the viewers who are watching. And if you guys like that Joker review, let us know in the comments. So yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're gonna sign up, guys. You know what, Son? You did horrible in the intro. Okay.
Fine. Bye. We're leaving.
We're going.
Yeah.
Goodbye.